Hello and welcome to Chitchatting with Chuck, brought to you by Solidarity Strategies, where Brown consultants matter. Welcome back to Chitchatting with Chuck. It's another week here in Washington, D.C., and more craziness out of the Trump administration. The latest thing, now stay with me, you're going to think I'm actually making this up, but it is factually true. They want to put a question on the census applications asking you if you're a citizen or not. Now, if you are here and you're a DACA student, if you're here and you came here as an immigrant, you're going through immigration process, and somebody says, can you mark on this form, are you a citizen or not? I'm saying not. I'm not going to mark on that form because I don't trust the government. So what that's going to cost, or what that's going to cause, is a dramatic undercount in the people who live here, which is very important for social services, for funding. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And because of this, there have been a lot of Democratic attorney generals like Eric Schneiderman in New York City, along with 16 other states that have filed a petition, filed a lawsuit even, trying to block this. This is something that used to happen years ago. It's not something that should actually be happening now. We should count every person that's here. If they're going through the immigration process, if they're in line to be in the immigration process, these people need to be counted. This is how we allocate money that goes to each state based off of, guess what? How many people actually live there. So we need accurate data. So that's just one crazy thing that's going on in Washington, D.C. right now. And every week, every week, I wish I brought you better news, but there's always some kind of craziness coming out of our White House. Good news, let's talk about some good news. Good news is in Illinois, they've had their primaries. And guess what? We have a new congressman. Guess what? He's a Mexican Bernie guy named Commissioner Chuy Garcia. Chuy's the man. Chuy can get it done. We want to say goodbye to Rep. Luis Gutierrez and say thank you for all your service and thank you for all of your time. Thank you. Also, let's move on and talk about no more DACA deal. So the president's tweeting out all of these last couple of weeks about how there's not going to be a DACA deal. I remind you, Mr. President, that you're the one who ended DACA. There's no deal that would need to be had if you would have just left it alone. So don't start getting out and getting on your Twitter and on your high horse tweeting about things that don't really matter. DACA is something that's been working. DACA is something we should be keeping. You can tweet about it all you want. If the Congress would show some spine and some backbone, let's fix this once and for all. Put your Twitter account down and let's get something done. Lastly, let's talk about the Justice Department and immigrant case for quotas. So our immigration courts are all backed up. There are millions of cases backlogged. So what Trump said he thought he would do to help move things along is he would give these judges actually quotas that they would have to meet. So what you're saying is you want to do life or death decisions in what accounts to traffic court. That's not how you handle real people's lives. People came here, a lot of them seeking asylum from Central American countries where women and children were getting killed, getting raped, and literally fleeing for their lives. They appear before a judge to ask for asylum, and we as Americans should be accepting them in. They want to be here, they've risked their lives to be here, and if we send them back to their country and their home countries, many of them will be killed. This is not what America stands for, and we are better than this. Well, let's end on a good note. Let's end on wishing everybody happy holidays. Hope everybody got past the holiday weekends that you had just a few weeks ago or last week. And think about everything that we've got coming up now. We've got more primaries coming up, good things to talk about. We're going to keep giving the resistance. And join us again next week for Chit Chatting with Chuck.